What is up, guys, and welcome back to their hot takes video. And the first one comes from Twitter and says, number 1, Cody Rhodes basically ruined the last remaining dream match. And number 2, marks on the app are now convinced that they can hijack and start a Twitter trend and get whatever they want. The first thing I want to say is that I do not think that Cody Rhodes ruined the last remaining dream match. It is going to happen down the line. If anything, this added more to the Roman Reigns and Rock story. It gave them a story. Before that, they really didn't have one. But now with Cody Rhodes, you got The Rock and Roman Reigns teasing some sort of future match, and I like where the story is headed. The second one on this hot take I don't think is true, because I've seen other trends like having Bayley and Io Sky main eventing, and it just didn't pick up. The Cody Rhodes trend was beyond just Twitter. It was all over the world. You had people in the sports media talking about Cody Rhodes and finishing his story. So I don't think they can hijack anything and get whatever they want. I just don't think that's the case. Cody was just really over, and everyone wanted to see him finish his story. Dirty Demon 917 says it's okay to not finish a story when it's poorly written, and I kind of agree with that, but I think that this Cody Rhodes story has been on fire ever since last year, and I think that the addition of The Rock turning heel has made it even better. So honestly, I agree with your hot take, but I don't think it really applies to Cody Rhodes and his story. The next hot take says that The Rock versus Cody's feud is now bigger than the Roman and Rhodes feud, although it's tied together, and I do agree, but I think that might be on purpose. I think that first off, The Rock is The Rock, so he's a huge superstar, but aside from that, he's taking the tribal chief, the head of the table status from Roman Reigns, and I think that's going to lead to a big feud for WrestleMania 41 with a babyface Roman coming out. The next hot take says that The Rock and Roman should win Night 1's main event of WrestleMania to make Cody Rhodes even stronger when he faces Roman at Night 2, and I completely agree. I think that's a great idea. Cody Rhodes overcoming all the odds of The Rock, Solo, Jimmy, and Roman Reigns to become the WWE champion would slap so hard. So I do think that would be great. It would also be really cool to see a bunch of old guys like Randy Orton, John Cena, maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin come to the rescue and make the fight fair. You know, just imagine all of the nonsense that would happen with all 8 of those names. The next hot take says that Roman needs to beat Cody clean at WrestleMania 40. Roman needs that clean win before he loses the title. I don't really know what this means. What do you mean he needs to win clean before he loses the title? If he's not losing to Cody, then who should he lose to? There's no way. I think Cody Rhodes needs to win, and he needs to finish his damn story. The next hot take says this Rock heel turn so far is not clicking, and I was surprised to see this because I think, for me at least, it's going really great. I'm loving every second of heel Rock, whether that's a promo on social media or him calling the crowd a bunch of crackheads. Come on, who else can do that? The next hot take also says The Rock's promo skills have fallen off, which I don't agree. I don't think that's the case, Cheryl. I think that The Rock still has the best promo skills. Like, honestly, Cena's promos, he's one of the best right now in the business doing promos, you know? So when he's on TV, I'm listening to every single second of it for a reason. Maria Teresa says we are witnessing, as we speak, the best version of The Rock. Sure, he was always highly entertaining in all his post-Rocky Maivia versions, but this bloodline/corporate Rock is on another level, and I kind of agree, but I also kind of disagree. I don't think he's the best Rock. I think he's on the level as all the other great Rocks. I think this is just another version of a great Rocky. You know, this is similar to heel Rocky from 2003 when he went Hollywood. This is Hollywood Rocky. This is also corporate Rocky. This is bloodline Rocky. It's all, The Rock's just great. I think this is just another great version of The Rock. I really don't want to compare. You know, it's kind of hard to do so. Austin says this has been a horrible WrestleMania build. I think it hasn't been that bad. I honestly have been enjoying every second of it. I think Becky and Rhea Ripley are going to have a great feud. They've kind of been feuding for the last few weeks. It's been good. Their promos have been good. You have Cody Rhodes getting slapped by The Rock. That was a big moment. Cody Rhodes losing his spot, taking it back. The We Want Cody movement. Seth Rollins is now involved in all that, while Drew McIntyre is doing some of his best work. So I don't agree. I think this WrestleMania build has been a lot of fun, but I do think the shakeup because of CM Punk's injury and Brock Lesnar leaving WWE or basically being blacklisted did affect it in a way. More CNJ says that Seth Rollins is the best part of the new era, and while I love Seth Rollins and his run during this new era, I don't think he's the best part. I think The Rock's killing it right now. I think Cody is better than Seth Rollins. I think that Roman is still doing his thing, so I'm sorry Seth Rollins is maybe at the number 4 or 5 spot, because Gunther also is doing some great work. The next hot take says that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns should have had a rivalry after Royal Rumble in 2022 to lead up to WrestleMania 38, and I absolutely 1000% agree with this. I don't think anybody wanted to see Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar one more time. That was kind of unnecessary, but a feud and a main event match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns would have been so much better. It's a true shame that we did not get that, and I don't think we're ever getting a Seth and Roman main event, even though we should be. Lucas says that Damian cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase at Mania, and I can see that happening. I hope it's not the case, because I think that would be so bad. Just imagine Cody finally finishing his story only for Damian to cash in. Like, that would be so goddamn whack. I hope it does not happen, but I do think there's maybe a 40% chance it does. So Braxton says that Finn Balor needs to win a world title before he retires, and I would love to see that, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I think Finn Balor definitely deserves one, but it's just not going to happen. There's so many big names. There's so many new names. You got Braun Breaker, who just joined the main roster. You got Carmelo Hayes, who's ready to join. You got Austin Theory, who's finally doing good work. You got Grayson Waller. There's just so many names, and that's just the rookies. Then you got people like LA Knight, who haven't had a chance. You have Drew McIntyre. You have CM Punk, who's going to come back. I just don't think that Finn is going to have a world title run, unfortunately. Goop says that John Cena is the best natural trash talker in WWE history, and I was in denial of this, but now I think that is the case, because this guy just cooks anybody on that microphone. Like, he literally ruined a whole year of Austin Theory. He cooked him so hard that we never heard from him. Even though he lost to Solo Sikoa, he cooked him on SmackDown. Even The Rock, this guy had The Rock shaking in his boots in 2012. John Cena is indeed the best trash talker in WWE history. We Are Kid Vibe says that WWE does not need blood back. And I agree, a lot of people are always talking about bringing back blood, but I just don't really care too much about it. Maybe I want it back maybe once or twice a year, if that, but I don't really care too much about it. A lot of people are like, we need to see blood every week. I don't think that's the case. I really don't care about blood that much. But maybe that's just me. Acceptance says that Rhea Ripley should beat the man Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 40, and I disagree. Instead, what I think needs to happen is that Becky needs to beat Rhea Ripley, and they need to have a double turn, and then I would love to see a story of Rhea Ripley coming back to win the title as a babyface. I think the crowd loves her, and this would work very well. I think Becky definitely needs a turn as well, so I think a double turn has got to happen. Raj says that Gunther should get the night one main event. Then this is a pretty unpopular opinion, because I haven't seen anybody say that Gunther should be main eventing, and I don't think that's the case. Maybe if it was Brock Lesnar, you could make the argument, but because he doesn't even have an opponent right now, and it might be someone like Sami Zayn or Chad Gable, I don't think it should be a main event match. The Rock is getting that night one main event. It's not even a question. The Fuji Dove says that Shinsuke Nakamura is the biggest example of wasted talent, and I gotta agree. Even when Triple H started booking him good, I thought things were going up for him. You know, he started having a whole gimmick. He was actually speaking his language. The promos were fire. The animation was great, and then he just kept losing and losing. Look, I get that Vince McMahon ruined this guy, but Triple H, I don't know why you keep making this guy lose. Just don't book him to have a match if he's just gonna lose, because Shinsuke Nakamura could be a big star with this new gimmick, with this new, I don't even know, creative work, creative team, whatever the case may be. The Fresh Edit says that Chad does not deserve the IC title, but instead he deserves the World Championship. And look, I'm a Chad Gable mark, but you got to be a super mark to think this guy deserves the world title right now. Maybe down the line if he has a great IC title run, but right now I think he deserves the IC title and nothing more. The next hot take says that Cody has a great tattoo, and this is when you know we got to end the video, because people say things like this. That tattoo is awful. Even Cody knows it, and he kind of regrets it. So anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video.